Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is EYELINER, also known as OJ, but I prefer to be called OJ. In this video, I'll basically be sharing with you how I created this particular look. If you are a new subscriber, welcome to this channel. I'm glad to have you here. It's not by mistake that you stumble upon this video, it's by divine connection. Please take a moment to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment down below. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to this channel. So let's just get right into this video. So I'm using my micellar water and my wipes to clean the face. Make sure that you're cleaning every part of the face, including the other eye. Very important. My model Kimara has oily skin, so I am using this oil-free COSRX moisturizer. This product has a lot of water consistency in it. That is why it is that's why I love it. I actually use it for my personal routine, my personal skincare routine, so I can tell you for free that this particular product is the holy grail. I love it. I so much love it. So because she has oily skin, I'm using this Hydro Grape mattifying primer. Please, if you have an oily skin, make sure you're using a mattifying primer. You can use any mattifying primer of your choice. Anyone you like would be perfect. So I use this one because I also have like an oily skin, and I realized that it has a very nice consistency. So I'm using this health, that H factor was too much. So I'm using this elf product. This is the elf brow lift. So I basically use that to just lift my brow, just to put it in place. And I'm using my MERAK cosmetic. This is a Nigerian brand. This is a setting powder from a Nigerian brand that I basically love so much. And one thing I like about it is the fact that this is a translucent powder. For a translucent powder, you can use it for anybody because it basically doesn't have any color. So for my foundation today, I'm using this Fenty Beauty foundation. This is the Pro Filter foundation in 360. I know it is not a shade. In fact, that was a mistake on my part, but then, you know, because I am a professional, I can play around with foundations that are not your color. But if you are a beginner, please make sure that you are getting a foundation that is your shade or your client's shade. That is very important. So I'll just say this thing for free. Do not try this at home. Do not. So I am using my Born This Way concealer. This is in the shade, let me get that. This is in the shade Cloud. So I'm using Cloud and I'm using Latte. Oh my goodness, this concealer is one of the best concealers on the planet. To be very honest, I have been using this for the past 1 year now, and I can tell you guys for free that I do not regret buying or purchasing this particular product right here. Apart from the fact that it gives it this full coverage, it doesn't look to me like it is a semi coverage. It gives me this full coverage and it blends in so easily. I need to tell you guys that I always set at every point of or every step of my application, but I forgot to record that, so I'm very sorry if you don't have that. But if you have a certain spray, make sure that the setting spray is hydrating spray. Hydrating setting spray is good for oily and dry skin, so basically all skin tone, to be honest. So yeah, you guys can see now that everything is coming together. I'm using this MERAK cosmetic in the setting powder. This is also a translucent powder. So for my powder, for my pressed powder, I'm using these two shades from Sephora. This is basically in 13 warm sand and 44 neutral almond. You can get that in Sephora. To be honest, I started using Sephora powder I think 2 years ago, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I basically love it so much because it just gives me this full coverage. It is blendable. It's just very beautiful. And now I am, for my bronzer, I'm using this my full COVERGIRL full spectrum in the shade Warmth CHALEUR. I think that is the pronunciation. I don't think I got that, but then let's just move on with that. So I'm using that to also contour our nose, and I'm also using that to also, you know, give the face warmth. So now I'm using my blush. This is the Juvia's Place blush. This is the volume 1 blush, and I'm using that directly on the upper part of our cheek and then moving it a little down to like the contoured parts. Now if you can tell, I did not use any contour shade for this video because, to be very honest, I just feel like contour and bronzing, basically they kind of do the same thing because it kind of just give you that low light that you're looking for. So I just feel like it is too many products for you to be buying contour when you have bronzer. But sometimes I do that, like if I just want a very sculpted look, but our face is already sculpted enough, so I am good with it. So right now I'm using this my NOMAD or NOMAD eyeshadow palette, and I'm using that because right now I don't even know the eyeshadow I'm going for, but I basically just decided I was going to just play around with colors, and then I had this inspo before we started doing the makeup. So this is my color book, and I'm taking the silver shade as my lead shade. I don't know how that is gonna look, but I trust the process. Trust this process a lot. So I'm taking another silver shade just to, you know, pop it on that, you know, lid to just give that pop of color. Basically, I have to be honest, I have never actually used a silver shade for anyone's eyelid, not even for my own eyelid. So this is my first time, and I'll tell you guys for free, I absolutely love this. So right now I'm using my MERAK cosmetic. Now I'm using 2 MERAK cosmetic products because I love them. This is the blackest pencil you will find on the planet, and I basically love this particular, you know, pencil. And please, you have to be very careful when you are doing this so that you don't do the same mistake that I just made. So yeah, make sure that you are trying as much as you can to put into consideration every step that we are doing in this video. Now you can see how this look is giving a lifted effect, is giving this cat eye effect, is giving, you know, it's giving vogues. It's giving runway, but trust me, we're not going for a runway look, so let's just continue. So right now I'm just trying to make sure that I'm smudging that under eye. Just make sure that, you know, the under eye is smoky and is nice and very presentable. So that's why I'm using, you know, my bronzer to just, you know, soften out that under eye. So right now I'm using my mascara. This is a volumizing mascara. What it does is to basically, you know, lift out your brows and make it fuller. It's not like it's adding more eyelash to your lash. Basically what it's just doing is to, you know, lift up the eyelashes that are basically sleeping, if you guys get what I mean. I don't know if I'm explaining this in a perfect way. So right now I am going for the lip. To be very honest, when I was going to do this lip, I was going for a very brown shade. I wanted a very brown, you know, lip, but then as God will have it, it wasn't, you know, I wasn't able to do that. I just got this shade and I was like, you know, let me just try it to see how it looks like. Initially I was thinking I was going to clean it, I'm not going to use, you know, this, but then later on I actually fell in love with the color. And to be very honest, this is my second time trying this particular shade on her. I think second time, I think so, yeah, I think she was the one I did this same lip for like few, I think a year or 2 years back, I think so. But to be honest, I kind of just love this particular lip combo, honestly speaking. And to glossing is one thing that I feel like is my strength when it comes to makeup. Whenever my client or anyone says I don't want to gloss on my lip, it's like you guys just I think it's just like a person just removed my heart from my chest, that kind of thing. So it looks really dry right now, but then when I put the gloss, you guys are gonna love it. So right now I'm using the orange shade. Someone put me on this orange blush recently. A friend of mine, she told me, oh OJ, you're sleeping on orange blush. And I was like, okay, you know what, let us just try this orange blush today on Kimara. And honestly speaking, if I tell you that I love, that is an understatement. So right now the eyebrows I have, or you know, we lifted it with the brow elf brow lift. So basically what I'm doing right now is to just use a brown eyebrow pencil to just shade a little bit, just create strokes. I'm not shading, sorry, I'm just creating, you know, strokes. So this is my Nigerian brand. This is the TEHILA blush and highlighter palette. So I'm just picking those highlight shade, and then I'm just using it on places where I want, you know, the glow to be on, and that's the cheekbone and the nose. So you guys can see the eyebrows, I didn't conceal it, there was no need for that. Everything has been done, and yeah, I honestly love this look. So right now I'm just setting everything in place, which is very important. And then I'm using this holding spray. This is the Revolution Super Hold. The Super Hold just to, you know, hold the makeup for a very long time. It will make the makeup last, and it will make it non-transferable. So there you have it. That is basically the finished look. Please do not forget to like this video, leave a comment down below if you love it, and tell me if you will be trying this particular look out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.